doing it now. I've got foot stomp, but I'm really liking the spectator mode because you can actually see the pattern of the shells and see the difference in the skills. I haven't looked at the video yet, but I will be when I put that thing together, because it's going to take a while to put that video together. Because it's going to be a good, I think a really good one. But
yeah,
I'd like, my next step is going to be 4 people, and then when we figure out how to get 12 in there, which is like the god drop of arty strikes, like you get all 12 members. What I'm going for is what the damage is, if the skills are really that worth it, where they're really showing up, and then, and I've even discovered some things. Every time I do one of these mech science videos while I'm making it, I learn something.
Okay, well, shoot me a private message later this evening, if you have 3 other people, and I'll jump on for that half an hour just to do that for sure.
And it won't be long now that I have
I know.
the map that I want to use and kind of the system. But can you be on both of your accounts at the same time or no?
I would have to go and download the separate client. I mean, my computer's absolutely capable of running 2 clients at the same time. That's not the issue. It's just that you explained this morning that if I'm running through Steam, it won't let that, and so I would just have to go and install from Piranha, I guess, right?
Yeah, but here's something else I thought about too. You can run 2 clients. How they have to be on 2 different hard drives.
Oh, well, then that's easy.
Doc Sampson on the other side. Kill him
can
first.
Install the game to a different hard drive, because I have done that before.
That's easy.
I didn't read about the PSR thing. I thought maybe it was stuck.
Because he's my real world friend and lives across the street from me.
So I was like, what if I installed on a different hard drive? Maybe it's pulling information out of some stored something. And that wasn't. And then all I had to do is read the forums. I'm like, oh, that's why. Because I was like, why am I not starting at tier 5? So anyway, aside from that, I'd really like to do that. And at least get the 4 people out of the way. And
let's do it. For sure.
Because right now, the way it's looking, skills are a waste for all your strikes and air strikes already.
Anybody got a plan?
And if that's the case, I got a lot of respects to do.
I was going to say, me too.
I'm not maybe the extra arty strike, but like enhanced spotting and stuff like that, where it's tightening up. I'm like, dude, I consistently scored more hits with 0 skills in the arty strikes and triple what the damage was. And I know it's all RNG. It might be different, but what I did was 3.
Let's go over here to Hotel 10, Hotel 11, and defend our base.
And I'll tell you what, I wrecked his Battle Master on one of them. I hit him 5 times.
10.
So
I've seen about 3 of them.
I averaged anywhere from 2 to 5 times, whereas with skills, it was like 1 time, a couple times, and then 2 times, and the damage is
visual confirmation, 1,000 meters out.
It can be anywhere from 20, I think the minimum I've seen is 22 damage, and the maximum was like 70. Airstrikes though, I didn't see any, and it's a single hit, anything under like 120 something. So airstrikes do more damage per tick, but your odds of hitting someone twice is extremely slim. They have to be moving. So I'm actually considering switching to airstrike, but with enhanced spotting, you lose 100 meters.
I've seen quite a few at I-9 as well here.
Which means it's more damage in a shorter period.
5 and all.
Are the hits like tighter together?
Well, that's why I want to find out by getting 4 people to see if that is where the difference is at. Because with a single person, it's always going to be 1 hit. With the airstrikes, it's possible for me to tell. And honestly, I was telling Simpson, I don't think that the animations on the ground are. I don't think that they're synced up with where the hits are.
Yeah,
I
don't think they're there.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like, especially with arty, I think it's just an animation that plays out and that's it. Because when I did the because from the spectator mode, I was looking at the craters on the ground for the airstrikes, and they seem to have the exact identical spacing and
they're going to be coming from the Juliet 10 area.
India 11.
At the same time, the very last crater, unskilled, when I stood at it and faced Ascension, it was exactly 100 meters away from Ascension, and I dropped the smoke on him. When I did enhanced spotting, it was exactly 80 meters at the last crater. And I was like, well, there's that 20% right there.
Yeah, Delta.
So, unless it's just a random thing on the ground, that's just part of the, and I did it 3 times. And then one of them was about 90 meters. So I was like, well, I think it is tightening everything up. But we'll see. And that's why I need 4 people to really see if there's a difference there. Especially with the airstrikes. The arty strikes is really difficult because it is so random. But with 4 people, maybe 100 meters apart, staggered or whatever, or in a circle, like say if you really did drop
Charlie,
someone,
focus Charlie.
that's where I want to see if enhanced spotting works, because if it doesn't, I just don't see where 20% makes that big of a difference, unless it's it changes the radius. The same amount of shells hit a smaller radius is all I can think of.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't know if that's a good thing.
That's why I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because it definitely did not help with a single target. And that would mean that everyone would have to be basically all up in each other's asses for it to be a good strike. And since the damage is random anyway,
yeah,
what does it really matter? So I may be dropping enhanced spotting off of everything, at least. I think it's a useless skill, but it could be different for airstrikes.
On Narc, one of them is knocking people.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I just looked at that chart.
Roger.
It is semi-okay. I used the AC-21.
Yep, that's the one I have, the 1A5.
Yeah,
dude,
put a little build together.
It's amazing. I'll tell you, I've got a standard engine in it, and out of the box, brand no skills, nothing, right? It takes 500 damage to put me down.
Yeah.
And I'm moving at a 60 kph, which is good for an assault.
Yeah. Now I put a light in it just
so
to be able to max out the armor. But
so the issue there will be that you can't get your machine gun then. And
well, my build's a little different too, so
yep,
I've got a lot more ammo this time, but I don't. Like I said, it was kind of just filling in blanks. I was going to use those arms as shield arms, and they definitely are now because there's nothing in them. But,
oh yeah, that's the way to do it. 100%.
I'm going to see. I've got a couple different things I wanted to try, but it seems okay. If it's 80 tons, I don't want it to do less than 60, because like that Hatamoto, which is another 80 ton, the Hatamoto only does like 48. It's pretty unimpressive.
Right.
So I'm not sure. The armor looks pretty good on it. I mean, out of the box, it's about like a roughneck.
Yeah.
Structure's not, but
it's pretty good though.
The armor's up there. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about it that I think really stands out as an assault is that you're getting quirks. Number one, you're getting quirks, and a lot of them. You're getting armor quirks, and you're getting the quirks for the AC-20 cooldown and the quirks for the missile cooldown. Or is that right?
No, not this one.
Sorry.
Oh, is it just?
Let me see here.
Yeah, it's minus 10% heat, right?
Yeah, it's minus 10% heat and 10% on the AC-20 cooldown.
See, that's amazing. That's amazing though across the board. So.
I mean, I could go with a standard 220, and I'd be running 59.
220?
No, 295.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I put a standard 300 in it, and the reason you want the 300 is because you have 2 engine bay heat sink spots in that if you go with the 300.
Yeah, it only leaves me 1 ton for, but you know what? I can drop a ton because I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 tons of AC-20 ammo, and I only really need 4 tons. So once
That's what I have.
40 shot.
That's what I have.
Yeah, and I've got a case.
Yep, I've got case in the missile torso, and I'm running 3 CERM 6s, so a CERM 18, and 3.5 tons of CERM ammo, and a half a ton of light machine gun ammo with the light machine gun underslung the AC-20.
All I've got is I've got an AC-20, of course, 4 tons of ammo. I got 2 medium lasers in the metal, and I've got an MRM-20, and that's, for me, that's pretty good. It's 50 damage alpha, but it's extremely manageable. So I took it out a little test run. I think that's right, but I'm gonna run it again real quick.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting MRM 30 in mine also, and it would just take me down to like a 66, I think, alpha strike. Because right now my alpha's a 72, and it's great. I can alpha strike 3 times before I have to let off of the AC.
A win's a win.
20. So.
Seeing that, the other thing is so with that load out there, I can actually go to Indosteel. And
I have
up the engine because now I've got 4 extra tons. I can actually bring the engine up to at 315.
Yep, but I'm telling you, man, the Charger is amazing mech. I think for what it is.
I did great in this match.
That's awesome, dude.
5 kills, most damage dealt. 80.
There you go.
56, and of
there you
course,
go.
recorded